looks like another planet.
Yeah, it looks like Antarctica. So beautiful. Oh my word, I have never seen nothing like that.
My little brother's friends have been camped out at our place for 2 days straight. 3. It's because of the Xfinity 10G network. Internet that can...
Compendium of the Emerald Tablets, A Beginner's Guide by our god brother, Billy Carson. He's a very well-read and very influential and eloquent teacher. I gotta give credit where credit is due. If you didn't cop this book, I would recommend you get it. It's a little steep. It's like $35 on Amazon, but it's worth it. I give him that. It's worth it. I mean, you know, but your interpretation of it should not take you out of the reality that the black man is God, that so-called Thoth, real name was Tahuti, and he was a black man God. He was not from another planet. He was from Earth, which covers 196,940,000 square miles. Messenger Elijah Muhammad teaches us 57,255,000 square miles of land, 139,685,000 square miles of water. We live in a universe covering 230 quintillion, 640 quadrillion miles. Islam is mathematics. Mathematics is Islam. So we don't, in our science, we don't see any 12th planet. That's a belief. Like the belief in Jesus coming from the dead, Jesus coming back, and all. It's a belief. There's no empirical evidence showing that there's a 12th planet with some Anunnaki on it. But what is scientifically verifiable on Earth is that there are Anunnakis or gods that was living on the other side of the river in the Euphrates and Tigris River area in ancient Babylon or modern day Iraq. So I like to keep it simple, keep it clear, keep it factual. Know what I mean? And if you get the chance, check out Billy Carson's videos as well as his book, Compendium of the Emerald Tablets, A Beginner's Guide. Peace, family. The struggle continues. I want to share with y'all a quote from Tahuti, also known as Thoth. And this is from Emerald Tablet number 10. And basically, some people interpret it as being aliens, what have you, but it's really nothing more than a being teaching beings, a God man teaching the reality of God. So let's look at this. And Thoth said, "Lest ye, O man, take of my wisdom, learn of his deep hidden mysteries of space, learn of the thought that grew in the abyss, bringing order and harmony in space. Know ye, O man, that all exists has being only because of the law. Know ye the law, and ye shall be free. Never be bound by the fetters of night. Far through strange spaces have I journeyed into the depth of the abyss of time, until in the end all was revealed. Know ye that mystery is only mystery when it is knowledge unknown to man. When ye have plumbed the heart of all mystery, knowledge and wisdom will surely be thine. Seek ye and learn that time is the secret whereby ye may be free of this space." Peace, peace, family. I'm your brother in the struggle, Brother Minister Alif. And today we're going to do a book review on Billy Carson's best-selling book, The Emerald Tablets. I had, originally me and my wife, we went down to Barnes & Noble bookstore to try to get it there. They had like 10 or 20 different Emerald Tablet books for sale, but every last one of them was sold out. Every last one. So this is definitely a hot topic, you know what I mean? Billy Carson, Compendium of the Emerald Tablets, A Beginner's Guide. I remember him, I watched his videos, and I remember him breaking down that this book was actually like 400 pages, but he met somebody, I think it was a female lady, she broke down to him she could make it a bestseller by basically editing it. You know, when the professionals come in, you know, they know how to take out redundancies and edit a book down on a professional level, which is important if you want to scale it up. And basically, the 400-page book is broken down to like 220 pages. Now, I paid like $35 for this book, and I already read it. Just, you know, I like to read a book like at least 3-4 times to really, like, you know what I mean, go there. You know what I mean? The messenger teaches us to really understand the book. You got to understand, what did the author have in his or her mind when they wrote what they wrote? You know what I mean? So the better understand the book, I have to better understand the brother. And for me, observing the brother and doing the science and the mathematics, you know what I mean? Very, very intelligent brother. That's one good thing. You know what I mean? I give credit where credit is due. I'm not a player hater. I'm not going to show y'all the book because, you know, I don't want to mess his money up. But as you can see, it's a professional book, full of information. Let me look at this table. This is a picture of him. Let's see the but I don't even want to show y'all too much. Basically, I'm not going to, you know, give y'all the jewels if y'all didn't pay for them. You know what I mean? I want to patronize my own people in business. I paid $35 for the book. Patronize your people. Go ahead and support the brother. Buy the book. You know what I mean? It's a good book. You know what I mean? The good side of it is it wasn't what I really thought it would be. You know what I mean? Like, the table of contents is full of information. You know what I mean? But if I was to critique it off the top of my head, I would just look at two major things. One is throughout the book, he has a lot of quotes from Thoth. And I'm not really feeling that like that, because whenever you're one, I always tell people history is not a science. So all these quotes that he has from Thoth, I really would have preferred if he put in the book, where did you get these quotes from, or where did you get this translation or transliteration from? Because that's very, very important. And the reason why I say that's very important is because Thoth does say things like he has a spaceship under the statue of the Lion Man, or whatever the case may be. But scientifically, historically, we now know that the Kemetic or Egyptian Sphinx that you see today is not even an original Sphinx like that. But one that we see now is like the original one was totally different. And the Kemetic or Egyptian people, basically, whenever they see a natural formation, like a natural rock, an artist can look at it and say, oh, I could make that into a face. So scientifically, historically, scholars agree that the Sphinx that we see in 2023 is not even the Sphinx that was the original Sphinx. Like, that face was not there. There was no lion body, none. They added all that stuff generations later. And I mean, so it's important when you understand history, you understand science. And I mean, that's important to understand that. And I mean, you know, those type of things you gotta be real careful with, because it's coming from white Egyptologists. The other thing is I made my videos is on hashtag noireport, and basically the only real problem I have with this concept is the definition of alien. It takes you into alien, like an alien means something in outer space. And in my book, The Anunnaki Decoded, I break down how, like, no, alien is synonymous with foreigner. When you do the etymology on the word alien, alien never meant someone from another planet or someone from outer space, if you will. An alien was somebody coming to your land from off of a ship. You see a ship crossing the sea. I mean, that was an alien coming on your land. You never seen a ship like that. You never seen people like that. They was foreigners. They were aliens. I agree with him 100%. He breaks down aliens can be good or bad, or positive or negative, yin or yang. I agree with that 100%. You know what I mean? Hit the nail on the head, if you will, on that one. However, the interpretation of these aliens being from a 12th planet in the Nation of Islam, Master Muhammad teaches us the mathematics of the solar system. He teaches us the size of the sun, the moon, the earth, Jupiter, Mars, Platoon or Pluto, the size of the solar system, the size of the galaxy, the size of the universe covering 238 quintillion, 640 quadrillion. We know how fast light travels. What's the closest star, the constellation of Alpha Centauri, the trinary star systems. So we're very conscious in the Nation of Islam about the sun, moon, and stars. That's our flag. We use freedom, justice, and equality, or the universal flag. So we have a problem when people say that there was an alien people from another planet before black people, specifically before the black man, the original man, the Asiatic black man to make it on the cream of planet Earth. We say not nowadays. I mean, come on. But at the same time, I don't want to give my brother the benefit of the doubt. I want to give him the benefit of the truth. This book, Compendium of the Emerald Tablets, A Beginner's Guide by Billy Carson. Do I agree with everything in this book? I don't think I agree with everything in any book. I paid $35 for this book. Is the book worth $35? Honestly, to me, it's worth over $100. I mean, I love knowledge. I love wisdom. I love understanding. So it makes it easier for me. So I appreciate the book. I think it's going to help a lot of people. It's going to elevate the consciousness of countless people. I'm glad he wrote it. Now, I mean, I appreciate his hard work, his research. Now, I mean, I do differ with him as far as these aliens. I believe that these aliens are talking about other human beings, the gods or the Anunnaki. To me is real clear, real simple. Anunnaki does not mean from the 12th planet. Anunnaki simply means the people from the other side of the river. Now, I mean, and in ancient Babylon or Iraq, the people of Sumer, whatever. Now, I mean, they simply were human gods and goddesses, black gods and goddesses, melanated gods and goddesses. Thoth, there was no such thing as Thoth. Thoth, that's a European misinterpretation construct. Thoth was really Tahuti, a physical black man god. He was not unique because all black men were gods. All black men are gods. All black men shall be gods. So, it's like when you study the planets, you study the animals, the humans, whatever, everything has a cause and effect. And when we trace human beings, it all goes back to the black woman. And when we trace the womb of man, the woman, it goes back to the black man, the original man, the Asiatic black man, the maker, the owner, creator of planet Earth, God of the universe. Not just God of a 12th planet. So we don't look at the universe. There's nothing in our science that tells us that our DNA was encoded from some aliens. But what is scientifically, verifiably proven, what we can show and prove within 1 to 2 years is that black men can produce 16 different shades of color. We can produce 4 shades of black, 4 shades of brown, 4 shades of yellow, 4 shades of red. We can produce albinos. We can produce not just the Asian, but even the Caucasian or the dead Asian. That's the power of us. So when I look at these aliens are really foreigners. Know what I mean? In ancient Kemet, the aliens was not from another planet, but the Asiatics, the Hittites, people that invaded that country, people that had advanced technology, different weaponries, people that had different languages and cultures, they were aliens. Imagine the Native American Indians in this country back in, say, the 1500s, 1600s, and seeing some Spaniards come over here, some English people coming over here on the boat, and they're pale. They got red hair and blue eyes and green eyes, and they got muskets with guns, and they got navigational systems, whatever. They literally would be considered aliens to the natives. They like, whoa, who is these people? Imagine you having your cell phone 100 years ago. You would be the god in any culture you went into because you got a cell phone. It ain't that type of technology is so different, so far advanced compared to what they know. It places you on a higher plateau. So the Emerald Tablets, A Beginner's Guide, I would recommend this book. On a scale of 1 to 10, I would give it I'd give it a 9 as far as reading materials, because one thing I love about Billy Carson, he does his homework. The only real problem I have with this is the conclusion that the technology was from some aliens. Historically, like we have the ancient Kemetic or Black Egypt metaneta or hieroglyphs of Black people mining for gold, having gold ciphers in ancient Nubia or the Sudan, gold in ancient Kush or Ethiopia. It's like the people, the Euphrates River, the Tigris River, the people living on the other side of the river is more of a scientific interpretation of who the Anunnaki were. The Anunnaki actually were Black people living in ancient Iraq or Babylon or Sumer, or, it's known by different, depending on what part of it you go to. But that region, anywhere on earth where there's rivers, you're going to find ancient civilizations. Let's just keep it real simple and plain. And it's never anything. Listen to the words I'm saying. It's never anything supernatural. Never. It's never spooky. Our interpretations, mistranslations, misinterpretations. That can be spooky. I mean, when we get into leprechauns and Jesus coming back from the grave, Prophet Muhammad flying up into space on a winged horse, and, you know, things of that nature there, what we're struggling with, we're trying to understand an advanced civilization in antiquity. You know what I mean? So we often juxtapose our belief systems, our superstitions with what we do know. And we try to fill the gaps with that. And in this day and time, we say aliens and mean people from another planet. In antiquity, aliens, foreigners, colonizers, pirates, whatever, Vikings, barbarians, whatever you want to call them, these gangsters that come in our midst and take over our culture and enslave us and make us work in mines and destroy our cultures and superimpose theirs on top of it, they were not from another planet. They were from the other side of the ocean, the sea, the river, the lake, the stream, the land, the woods, the mountain, whatever. But all gangsters are on earth, family. Sad to say. You know what I mean? So, in conclusion, the Compendium of the Emerald Tablets, A Beginner's Guide, Billy Carson, I salute you. I would, if I could send this book back and get my money, I would not send it back. I would keep the book and let them keep the money, meaning that the information is more valuable than the money. So if you can afford it, you can put it on a credit card or use a debit card or something to order. I recommend that you definitely order. Check it out. You know what I mean? It's like I said, the only real issue I have is really two major issues. One, the quotes on so-called Thoth, because Thoth was not even his name. Now, I mean, I was real surprised that he didn't go into the science of it like Tahuti, but Tahuti was a god man. He wasn't from another planet. Tahuti was not from the 12th planet, none of that kind of stuff. But the other thing is, the conclusions reached is that the aliens came from outer space. Now that's a hard sell right there. That I cannot agree with. I mean, it's like you cannot scientifically show me a being before the black man of Asia. And with that, we're going to close. Salam Allah. The struggle continues.